much. I would really like to thank the EMU Business Club for organizing this conference and for inviting me to speak. Thank you so much. My name is Uyaiedu, and I'd like to introduce myself as two things, a thinker and a writer. So I was talking to you guys about asking questions. It is a bit sad that the beauty of asking questions is often underrated and not as accentuated as it should be. It is shocking that something that is at the core of who we are as humans, which is natural for us because we are inquisitive as a people, has become almost extinct. What happened? How did we go from this inquisitive species to people who never ask anything? We just accept whatever answers we get, just so we don't go through the hassle of asking questions ourselves. We seem to prefer answer seeking. Now, while answer seeking might sound like asking questions, they are very different. People who seek answers are not necessarily asking any question. They are just content with whatever answer is given to them. When I was around 13, I asked my mother what I now consider one of the most important questions I have ever asked. I asked her why I had to do my brother's dishes. I'm sure many of you have thought that too. And she simply said, because you're a girl. For an answer-seeking person, that would be enough. For me, that was an answer, but that led to another question. This is because children are natural question askers. It is just sad that this amazing but endangered trait is not encouraged at all. And so I asked my mother again, what does being a girl have to do with dishes? Breasts are not used to wash dishes, hands are. So what's the connection? No, seriously guys, what's the connection between girls and dishes? No connection at all. Of course, my mother did not have the answer. And like many parents, so she sweeps it under the rug. You know how they sweep children's questions under the rug, and then children just give up on the idea of asking questions entirely. And so I gave up also, well, until I became a feminist. If there are any feminists in the room, you know it's a journey of questions. You're constantly questioning everything that seems to make up that glass ceiling. An important part of a child's development lies in asking questions. Students learn by asking questions. And I mean students who actually want to learn, not just cram slides to pass exams. New employees only become better when they ask questions. Innovators understand client needs by asking questions. It is the simplest and most effective way of learning. So why is question asking not getting the celebration it so deserves? Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google, said, and I quote, "We run this company on questions, not answers." So you know that the most intelligent people in the world are the ones who always stop, think, question, and then think again. One of the reasons people do not like to ask questions is because asking informed questions would require you to be informed. And to be informed means we have to read. And we know what our generation is becoming. This generation is not one that likes to read. We are all about images. Thank you, Facebook and Instagram. A question I've been pondering on recently is, are precious words being left behind as we all move towards an image culture? You can understand how this concerns me as a writer. And of course, Google ensures that you never have to think again. Whatever you need to know, just type it on Google and the answer is right there. Why would anyone want to think for themselves when Google can do that for them? Right? Right. So yes, laziness is one of the main reasons people do not bother to ask anything. These lazy people assume that they know all the main things they need to know, and they do not bother to ask anymore. The things that have been handed down to them, they now carry as though this was the real truth. And they just love the comfort of what Marxists call false consciousness. They cling to their beliefs and remain certain in their assumptions, yet they often end up looking unintelligent. Other people are afraid that by asking questions they will look weak, ignorant, or unsure, so they would rather give the impression that they know when they do not truly know at all, and leave still ignorant, as opposed to accepting that you do not know and ask so you could be more knowledgeable about the topic. In actual fact, asking questions is a sign of intelligence and depth. Asking questions does not portray ignorance, it portrays critical thinking. When people notice you're a question asker, they would immediately start to assume you are very intelligent. Take it from me, I don't know. Anyone who knows me knows I'm always questioning. And remember, asking questions is not always about getting answers. Great leaders and innovators constantly ask questions, and they are well aware that they do not have all the answers and would most likely not get them. But they do not stop asking because it exercises their intellect and allows them to push the boundaries. Ever since I became an unapologetic question asker, I have been called many things. My friends think I'm argumentative. Some say I'm aggressive, some say I attack. I have refused to apologize for any of these things. If stating my own valid and informed opinions makes me argumentative, then by all means. If challenging the norms and preset societal definitions makes me aggressive, then by all means. If asking questions boldly means I attack, then please be my guest. These terms only exist because I particularly ask questions concerning taken for granted truth and I challenge paradigms. For example, when I wear my fiance's shirt and I get complimented, I ask, would my fiance be complimented if he wore my shirt? I know you're already thinking, why should a guy wear a girl's shirt? And I ask, why not? Asking questions is not just about arguing and opposing. There's more. Asking questions can drive creativity. It fosters an open mind and allows us to see the world from more than one point of view. The questions we ask open us up to new information and new discoveries. Questions lead to answers, possible answers that we've never even considered. Now, because I sort of put down answer seeking, does not mean that a question asker makes you devalue the answers. Of course, you cannot just ask question after question without considering and examining the answers. That would seem as though we're just asking for the sake of argument. On the contrary, questions lead to a varied number of answers, which only lead to more questions, which would lead to more answers, which would ultimately lead to more questions. Now, I know it seems endless, especially if you're new to this, but you soon get used to it. But I must warn you, it's addictive once you decide to go down this path, because first of all, you find out that you would soon have to step out of the comfort zone, which has shielded you from realities, the real realities. I must confess it is rather uncomfortable at first, because your discoveries would cause you to start to question so-called authorities, and you would start to question what is the supposed right way of doing things. And then one day you'd wake up and realize you're done conforming to what the society expects of you. It may sound unnerving, but it excites me because all the greatest people in history are non-conformers. Harriet Tubman, she refused to see slavery as normal and she led hundreds of slaves to freedom. I can just imagine her lying in bed one day and she began to ask questions nobody even bothered to ask. Rosa Parks, Florence Kennedy, Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, Steve Jobs, Fela Kuti, and the list is endless. Start asking questions today and maybe, just maybe, your name will be written down on this list of world changers. Thank you very much. My name is Uyaiedu.